It's big small talks with Chucky, me and you. It's big small talks, BSing with the group. It's big small talks, expanding points of view. It's big small talks, it's big small talk.
Welcome back to the Big Small Talks podcast.
Big Small Talks podcast.
Big Small Talks podcast.
Hell yeah.
We on one today.
Yes.
We prepared. We got notes.
Notes written down.
We got notes written down. We got laptops. We got Lauren ready to go in the booth.
In the booth.
All right. So we're doing a J. Cole album breakdown. First album breakdown.
The off season. We had to do it.
The off season. We had to.
There's no way J. Cole's going to drop an album and we weren't going to do our first album breakdown.
And it's a perfect album to break down because we were both really excited about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be fun. This is a learning experience for us, challenging us, you know. I think we're hoping that through this podcast, we can maybe shed some light on the way that we listen to music, the way that maybe you don't listen to music.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, now let me, try that out and let me see if I can
usually
do that.
like J. Cole,
yeah, exactly. Whatever.
Now let me try.
We're going to be talking about production. We're going to be talking about bars. We got a little grading scale here, thanks to Charlie's recommendation. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have bars, lyrics, beats, production, and in production, that's going to also take into consideration mixing and mastering on the works, features, length. Is it too short? Is it not long enough? Like whatever. Promotion, so past, future, and present artist history.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, at the very end, we're not really going to touch on this throughout the podcast, but at the very end, we're going to kind of dial back and try to
grade it. Well, so basically, like I was telling him, there's certain things I go on that I look for grades, right? You look at Rotten Tomatoes,
right?
Dave Portnoy does his pizza reviews. IGN does video game reviews. So I feel like doing a review and then giving a number that we kind of like also kind of gives a good frame of mind when we're doing other album breakdowns.
Right,
you know
exactly.
What I mean? So
comparatively,
right? Because if Kendrick and Drake and whoever all drop albums, now we have numbers to kind of compare to.
Sure.
They're all relative. So
sure.
I feel like that'd be a good spot to look at.
So to start us off, we're gonna go back in time to KOD. That's our intro song.
Yeah.
It's 1985, J. Cole. That's the very last song off of KOD. And in the title, it actually says
Intro to the Fall Off.
Yeah. And so the Fall Off is the era that we're in terms of J. Cole's
and we've talked
world.
About it too.
And we talked about it 2 podcasts ago and a little bit last podcast with Gary.
Right.
So what that song is about and what he's talking about is dealing with the up and coming generation of rappers, kind of getting in there at the mumble rappers a little bit, but that
specifically Lil Pump
because of his conflict with Lil Pump.
Right.
He kind of called him out.
Right.
So, and they're cool now. There's actually an interview that they did together. It's like 2 hours long.
Yeah, where they like made up.
Yeah. They're kicking it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what he's basically calling out there is longevity. You know what I'm saying? And he's talking about them coming out with these hit songs. But are these hit songs going to last? Are they going to keep them relevant? Because you can make one good song and that's good for you, but like, are you even in the conversation if it's just one good song?
Right.
And so to kind of tie that back into the what's the name of the album? Sorry, I keep getting confused with the off season and the fall off. Yeah. So kind of dialing back to the off season, I think. For me personally, through the interviews that I've seen, through the little documentary, through listening to the podcasts that he's been on and stuff, what I'm getting from this is that not only is he calling out the newer generation, he's kind of doing that as a side note to basically in regards of him saying that like I'm older, but I'm still relevant.
Yeah.
And let me show you why.
Well, and that was the thing is on the Etc. podcast with Kevin Durant, J. Cole went on and he was like, I've been doing my storytelling stuff, which obviously we all love from J. Cole.
Right.
But beginning, you kind of want to, when you're starting off as a rapper, you want to hit these bars, right?
Right.
And I think I talked about it where he like compared that to a basketball player. You know, you want the big dunks, you want the whatever. But then when you're older, you get a little craftier.
Right.
But he's like, I want to get back to that. And so that's where this is kind of like him going back to those, like, I'm going to try to put these bars out, these bangers out. I want to get back to that, like hard hitting, you know.
Yeah.
For Your Eyes Only, Forest Hills Drives, those are stories. You know what I mean? KOD even too.
It's almost like those albums were full movies and the stuff that he was putting out before that were Instagram clips.
Yeah.
You know, like highlights. Like, let me get clout first. And then now that I have the money and the fame or like whatever, the credibility, now I can put out a full feature film.
Right.
And so that's what he kind of did with his albums in the past. They're these long stories. They all have purpose and meaning. But with this album, it still has that because there's purpose to it and it's in the narrative. But you're right. It's way more just bars.
Yeah.
It's way more change of flows. He changes flows nonstop throughout the album.
And he does a lot of auto-tune on there. He does a lot of like he even talks about in the interview, he's like, I don't want to think I haven't tried everything. Right. You know, and
then he brought features on here.
Right, which is also new.
That's super new.
So like I found the quote from Complex, which I thought was pretty interesting, how they describe this album, which I think is kind of good. It basically says, think of the off season as a workout session. It says each song represents a collection of drills. There are rap exercises. So it's like 100%. Him like really trying to practice what he used to do and really get into it.
Right.
So
yeah. And he was saying too, with the birth of his son? He's got a son now? Yeah. The birth of his son, he was having a hard time with scheduling, you know, his life, because he's like always been working. And now he's gotten to that point where he has to have a schedule.
He routine.
Has to have family life and he's got to have work. And so I think that kind of just, you can see that in this. Again, it's playing into that narrative of these are drills. This is this is kind of what I'm working towards kind of deal.
Right.
So I think the album itself is a good album.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
100%.
I've enjoyed listening to it.
Has really good reception too.
It did. He's like the first rapper to get 6 full-length feature albums at the #1 spot ever in history.
Yeah, and I think I saw it like, or no, was it him or Drake? I forgot because there was a couple Billboard. There was the Billboard Awards, so I forgot. But I think J. Cole was
You're just tying Drake in there right now, huh?
No, I was going to say the Billboard album, but then I was like, I think that might have been something else I saw. But I think he was #1 for all the albums, and then he has like all the top songs on like Spotify right now, too, or something like that.
Yeah, he got up there,
right?
And then he had like, I think it was something like 10 mil streams on one of the songs, like in the first day.
Yeah,
it was wild.
Yeah. When you look at the first day, all the top songs were all just J. Cole. That's it.
For sure.
So
yeah. All right. Well, so again, we're going to be doing this a little bit differently. We're going to be giving you guys a preview of the songs that we're talking about, so that you can reference it. You'll know what we're talking about, and then we're just gonna kind of go through as if we were all sitting here kicking it. We're not gonna play the whole song because then this podcast would be like really, really long.
Just the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just we kind of want to
to
create this environment that you're sitting here in this room listening to this song with us, and that we could just kind of chat about it.
Yeah.
So that was 1985 from KOD. If you want to check that out, that's on KOD, the album. It's the very last song. Now what we're going to go into is 95 South, very first song off of the Off Season by J. Cole.
95 South.
Starting off hot. Coming in hot.
Yeah. So
okay, there's a lot to unpack on this one.
Right. So first of all, let's give the credits for the song.
Okay, so we got producers Boy, it's BOI-Wanda, the #1 DA. Boy Wanda. Coleman, which I thought was J. Cole, but it's not.
Yeah.
And then Manish, MANEESH.
Okay.
Those are the producers. And then I think the important thing to note here is that 95 South is an Interstate 95 from New York to J. Cole's hometown, North Carolina.
Right.
And he was in New York for school.
St. John's.
So
that's the whole thing, is he went from North Carolina to New York. That's where he started making his music, and
now he's coming back.
And
yeah.
So.
And he's paying homage to the South because he's using Cameron in his intro as his hype man.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the very end of that song, he has a sample by Lil Jon and the East Side Boys from Put Your Hood Up.
Yeah.
And so I think to look at that as your intro into your album, especially listening to J. Cole in the past, you're like, whoa, this is weird.
Yeah.
Because this is like 2000 hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when Lil Jon and the East Side Boys were like popping off with their crunk stuff.
Yeah, some of these kids might not even understand what's going on in the end.
Okay, and so I was listening to a couple of reviews on this, and they were saying like, so can you just get crunk all the time? And this dude was like, you can get crunk whenever
you want.
But this is also saying that some of these kids have no idea what that is.
Right.
So it's not even old to them. It's just new.
Right.
It's like brand new. To us, it's like you're kind of bringing back history.
Yeah, we remember Lil Jon.
Exactly. And I just think it fits so well. And I thought it was like interesting. Interesting.
And like you said, like the fact it's 95 South, it's going back.
Yeah.
It's not 95 North going to New York. It's going back to North Carolina.
Right.
So back to his roots.
Right. Hey, look at you go. I didn't even catch that one.
Come on now.
Whoa, dude.
Stop. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
Whoa.
Muy inteligente.
Oh, man.
No.
Damn. You're graduating soon, huh?
I am. That's going to be part of my thesis. Is this song.
Damn, that was wild. I to be honest, I didn't even catch that. That makes sense. Boom.
But and then obviously, Lauren, if you want to put it up, that's where we have the iconic put the M on your head.
Yeah.
We got Luigi brother now.
Okay, so I heard it's called a double entendre. Basically saying that has multiple meanings. So
wait, go up. I think we're up a little bit.
Where are we at? No, put an M on your head. You Luigi brother now.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, right
Sorry.
there. There we go.
My glasses on.
Okay. Basically, what I was hearing was that if you put an M on your head, it's basically calling somebody to target you.
Yeah.
Like if you put a mill on somebody's head, so basically to assassinate you, right? So that's one version.
Right.
If you die in the Mario game, you become Luigi.
Okay.
So if you get assassinated, you're now Luigi. And
nice.
So if they put an M on your head, you're Mario, you're dead. You're Luigi brother now. You're dead Mario.
You're Luigi. Well, because Luigi's brother is Mario.
Mario. Yeah.
So if you have an M on your head, you're Mario.
You're Mario. You die.
You become Luigi.
You become Luigi.
Damn.
It's like
I knew the M on the head.
Yeah,
thing.
the dude was like basically breaking it down. TikTok for you.
Yeah, there's a lot of M's in this.
There's a ton of M's.
In
this album could have been called M.
Yeah, literally, just an M.
Yeah, straight up. He likes to talk about M's on this.
Yeah,
he brought up Eminem quite a bit too. He brought him up twice in this album.
Eminem.
Yeah.
He says I have more M's than like a Slim Shady
video.
Yeah. Actually, he says it right here. Like you see, back and forth from NC to New York when Jeezy had the crown.
Yeah.
Jeezy, bro.
She. Yeah, that song was good.
Yeah.
It was a good intro to the album, I think.
Yep.
And you also didn't know where the album was going to go.
No.
You know? So like now you kind of know because we've listened to it a couple times, but you're like, damn, is this going to be a crunk album?
Well, you even said too, like, there's not really a whole lot of cohesion with the songs.
Right.
But not necessarily, that doesn't necessarily need to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because again, these aren't J. Cole normal storytelling songs.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
And also, one thing to note that will be, disclosing on the podcast is that he had a bunch of producers on this album.
Right.
And that's kind of one of the things that people were saying that he should have been doing in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I think that's...
He had a couple... I was looking at the song credits on like Forest Hills Drive. There's a couple, like writing credits, a couple producer credits here.
But for the most part...
It's him.
Right.
Yeah, and he even talked about that on the small documentary that he's like letting more people kind of have some parts in there. So.
And that's what they were saying. It's like, oh, he should have been doing that a long time ago. And I think like you can't really say that though, because all of his stuff is done pretty well. He's done pretty well.
Yeah.
He's still like one of the like top rappers in the game.
Right.
So because he didn't do that and now he's starting to incorporate that, that's part of like his whole thing. I
actually
you know
like
what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, cool. You see him growing. You know what I'm saying?
If you come up in the rap game with all features, all whatever, it's not really you.
Right.
Like I feel like once you throw your solo album out, people might not like you. People like J. Cole for J. Cole specifically himself. So the fact that he's now adding producers, he's perfected his craft, like we said. Now he's able to kind of toy with it.
Yeah, and he could still be him.
Yeah.
You know, with having these different voices.
All these up-and-coming rappers, I like their features.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, who do they have on the album? Oh my God, they have this on the album.
Yeah.
Their solo songs, I don't actually really like that much.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think it's a cool upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Like to see that he started off with sampling songs, you know, mixtapes and stuff. He's just taking production from old cats or whatever and just rapping on them. And then he started producing. So then he started producing his own stuff and writing. Yeah. And now he's getting to that point.
a couple features on Sideline Story too.
Right.
And then on Born Center.
And then he's getting to that point where he's like, well, I could be a better rapper if I don't have to produce all my stuff.
Right.
You know, like I can focus on my bars, on my rhymes and my lyricism if I don't have to always be head in the computer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's a lot of pressure. And we can speak to it, you know, it takes a lot to write a song. And so when you're talking about writing a song, producing a song, mixing and mastering a song, like doing it everything yourself, it's like that's a lot of hats to be wearing.
Yeah.
When really people only just want to hear him rap.
Right. Yeah,
So
I get that. All right, so let's get to this next song.
That was
95 South.
95 South, number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second on the track list is Amari.
This one's dope.
I
love that line.
Westbrook, rock a baby.
Dude, I love that.
You know basketball.
If you know basketball, you know that one of his cellies is rocking a baby. And I thought that was so clean.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, who's on this one?
All right, producers on this one. The big one is Timbaland.
Right.
Timbaland was
and he has
a
little snip. I think I think I saw on TikTok. There's like a whole little snippet of it where he's talking about watching Timbaland on Twitch and
so he was. I think it's on YouTube too.
Mm-hmm.
And he was basically watching a YouTube clip that was a stream from Twitch of Timbaland doing just like, you know, a little stream, and he wanted to reach out to him in that moment, but he was like, well, no, like I can't just be like hitting him up for this beat off of YouTube, like, you know, whatever.
Right.
So what he did was he took the sample from a recording of the YouTube video and started building the track off of the YouTube sample.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kind of had it all kind of set in stone. And then he hit him up and he was like, hey man, like, is there any way that you can give me that sample from one of your Twitch streams or whatever? And he's like, yeah, for sure. Well, like, which one is it?
Yeah.
And then he sent him the song and he's like, this one. And he's like, bro, I didn't save that one.
Dude.
And so Timbaland recreated it.
Yeah, that's sick.
Dude, that's wild though.
And I think of Timbaland, like I think of like Timbaland as being kind of old.
He's pretty old.
But like
Nelly Furtado, like that was again like what? That's like 2000s.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's more of a producer now.
Yeah, which
like,
is, I mean, but it's cool that, you know, it doesn't sound old or anything. You know what I mean? It's not like an old school vibe. Like he's pretty with the times. You know, Timbaland. So like that's
for sure.
You know, credit to him.
Yeah, for sure. And then you got Sukuki, Sucuki.
Okay,
am I saying that right?
Sure.
And then T minus.
And T minus was on a lot.
Yeah, he was on there a couple times.
I was looking up T minus's his
catalog.
Catalog. Really good.
Yeah.
Like a lot of Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole. I mean, like big songs. Like he was like one of the producers on The Motto. I mean, so like I was like, oh, okay. I didn't even know who T minus was, but
I mean, it shows.
But now I need to find out.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
And then J. Cole.
Yeah.
J. Cole was on that one.
Was there any other artists on that album or no? No features on that one?
No features on that one.
Okay.
That was just him. That I like the guitar on that.
Yeah.
I like the drums, the trappy drums with like the phasers on it.
Yeah.
So what a phaser kind of does on hi-hats, this has kind of become a little bit popular, but basically it adds like a panning delay. And so it kind of sounds like it's underwater. So instead of like, it's like, and you know, it kind of adds like this kind of like warping kind of sound.
Okay.
And when you're hitting those trap drums on there, it just adds this like kind of movement to the song.
Mm-hmm.
And I've really enjoyed that with the newer trap stuff. It's almost like using auto-tune on your hats. That's the way I kind of that's kind of the way I look at it, because it just adds like this other texture to it.
Do they come a little more echoey? Like is like that kind of thing?
They could. Okay. It depends on
how they warp it.
Yeah, it depends on the settings on the actual effect, because if you have it like really, really spacious and it's called dry wet. So dry would be just the sample, just the auto, or the audio or the MIDI or the instrument. wet would be it's drowning in the effect.
Got it.
So you can go from 0 to 100. That's like the scale. And usually it's done in subtleties. So I would say maybe about 20 to like 50%. So you're still getting a dry signal, so you can tell that it's a hat and it's also on time.
Right.
But then you have this effect on it too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
But yeah, I thought that was probably one of the things that I like the most in that is that it's the beat itself is just kind of subtle.
Yeah. All these beats were fantastic on the song. I mean, on the album, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to be just the production on this album, the beats on this album were very well done.
And you know what? Again, another review that I was listening to, they were saying that they felt like the beats were kind of mediocre.
That's so funny to me.
Right? Like, and again, you know, like we've talked about before, music is so cool because it's based off of, it's relative.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, if you're thinking of like new mumble rap, trap artists, I mean, some of the stuff's harder. I mean, there's harder songs out there.
Right.
Like, you know, a Little Baby song or like that new Slime Language 2. Like, there's harder beats out there.
Right.
But I loved it, especially for being J. Cole.
Yeah.
You know?
I think on the next one that we're about to go to, I think this is one of the intros where he does this thing throughout the album, and I don't know if you noticed it. He has the intro really, really quiet.
Okay.
And then once he comes in, it gets way louder.
Yeah. Okay.
And so you put up the volume on your phone because you think, oh, I can't hear it. And then once it comes in, you're like, oh, damn, it's really loud, you know?
Mm.
And so he did that like almost on any time he had like a soft kind of intro.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I know that's a technique used, but I feel like he did that really well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an attention grabber.
Last thing, the one thing I knew with Amari too is New Music Friday on Spotify. This is the one they put as the number one. So
this is the one that came out with the music video.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't know if that was like
the single.
Right. Exactly. The plant of like because I don't know how the New Music Friday, I'm guessing Spotify kind of works on like what's going to be first. But right when you went to New Music Friday, the first one was Amari for sure.
The artist has a say in that.
Right.
So like based off of this, he was probably able to say this is the one
like
I want.
the Hillside song at the end. That's not going to be the number one on New Music Friday. But it was interesting with Pride is the Devil with Lil Baby. The song was 21 Savage. And then this is the one that was the number one.
I think maybe why they did that, and this is just speculation. My Life has 21 Savage, and then Pride is the Devil has Lil Baby. Those are going to get to the top even without putting it in. So let's get another one in there.
Right.
That might not get to the top.
Well, no, it wasn't the charts though. It's just how New Music Friday, how they.
That's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying though.
But that doesn't move. Like depending on how they listen, it doesn't move on that one.
No, I get it. What I'm saying
is it's going to get streams anyways.
Yeah, My Life is going to get streams, and so is Pride is the Devil. Like those are going to get streams because they got those two features on there. Let's get another one in there so that they that's what I would do if I was like the manager. Okay. I don't know. That's maybe what I would do. Yeah,
that was just the thing that stuck out with me with that song too. I just realized I was like, oh, okay,
let's push this one.
Yeah.
And maybe Timbaland was like, hey, well, if you're going to put my beat on there, I need it to be on top.
Well, the music video was cool. It wasn't anything like insane,
crazy.
But you know,
I didn't watch it. Was it cool?
Yeah, I mean, like just normal visuals. I mean, like he wasn't doing anything like out of the ordinary. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah,
like it's hard to explain. Like it wasn't like some people go crazy with their visuals on music videos. It wasn't like
right.
The top.
It's just a way, like a visual.
Yeah.
Were there any bars on this one that we had saved? This is Amari.
No, because that's no.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one then.
My Life.
This one is
my favorite.
This one's Charlie's favorite?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Oh, this is Charlie's favorite.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm ready for it.
Uh-oh. Damn.
Bars.
That is the one, My Life. So if you listen to My Life, I know we didn't play the very, very beginning, but that sample is like really, really quiet.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, like it just kind of gets like louder.
Well, it kind of even happened in there too. You can kind of see it just goes hard.
Yeah.
But, and then we could pull it up too. That was one where it had the John Morant, I'm on my Grizzly bar that I just thought was sick.
Oh, this one right here.
Yeah, he said, John Morant, I'm on my Grizzly. You players, just Cubs, but no, not the one in the big league. After the fall off, I promise I'm going to sell out Wrigley, which Wrigley's where the Cubs play. I was just like, damn. And he always, I mean, again, every song I love that he always has like a basketball player, a basketball reference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and he's like religiously watching the NBA
right.
too. So
well, then he just got signed, you know?
Yeah.
And so, which kind of correlates again to this whole like I'm getting old, but I'm still relevant, you know?
Right.
Because in that podcast that we listened to, the KD, what is it called?
The Etceteras.
The Etceteras. He was basically talking about how he had the opportunity to go to a tryout.
A walk-on
tryout. And he pretty much made it to the final. Like, if he went, he was going to get it, basically.
Yeah.
And so, but he had gone to New York to do music.
Right.
And him knowing his personality and his obsessive, personality, that if he joined this team, like, that whole NBA dream was just going to spark right back up. And that music was just going to be pushed to the side.
Yeah.
And so he had to basically, in that moment, make that decision of, do I want to go for basketball or do I want to go for music?
Thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah. Can you imagine if I was like, yeah, he played one game in the NBA.
Dude,
and
I know. Like, I know.
But
yeah, because like, really, like, how sick are you? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, he's nice.
Like, he's nice.
But he's not like.
But he even said, like, I knew I was nice, but then like I would look at the work put in that these guys did and like all this kind of stuff, and like I just wasn't top tier like KD.
Yeah,
you know?
he's like I wouldn't have probably got playing time till like my junior senior year. Put all this time in. So yeah, no, I'm glad he focused on music.
God,
I would say.
Can you imagine?
And that's the one with 21 Savage on there.
And Maury.
And Maury.
He sings. He has a little like break where he probably towards the end of the song.
Yeah,
he
he's
sings
dope.
right there.
He does that song Quicksand.
Quicksand.
That a lot of people would know.
I didn't know that one, but
yeah,
you
I like when I heard it, I was like, oh, this dude.
Okay.
So it's like one of those.
And then we have Jake One as a producer, J. Cole, and then this dude pops up a lot too. It's Wu 10. It's WU and then 10.
The number 10.
Yeah, Wu 10.
Yeah,
he came up quite a bit.
He had a pretty good catalog too.
Did he?
For songs? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember specifically. I just remember T- was that one just kind of took over when I was looking at his catalog. I was like, Jesus.
See, so the reason I like that song is because I like and correct me if I'm wrong, it's kind of like the mumble rap flow.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, especially with 21 Savage on the end.
Right. But then like, it just sounds so much better when he does it. You know what I'm saying? And it just cuts through. When I say cuts through the mix, if you look like at a song in terms of like a waveform,
mm-hmm.
right? And you like think about a song in terms of what pops out to you in your ears, when it cuts through the mix, that's what's the predominant force element.
And you're saying mumble rap, it's the beat that's the predominant.
Yeah, and like the mumble is just kind of wishy-wash in there, and it just sounds like mud to me. Like they all kind of like,
he just has a great voice. Like even Sienna was like, I could listen to him a cappella. Like no beats, just his voice. Like he's like, I don't know. It just like he's able to like manipulate his voice so well to go with the beat, like what you're saying, and not be overpowered by.
And
the
it
beat.
Doesn't sound like it's on because the whole thing with cutting through the mix
mm-hmm.
is that it doesn't sound like it's on top. It doesn't sound like it's under. It's coming in and out where it's supposed to be because it's all one song. It's cohesive. And J. Cole's voice comes in and out perfectly. And again, this pays homage to his production team, his mixing and mastering team. Like obviously the way you can record a song, it really will depend on how you sound at the very end product.
Right.
But
I think it just pays homage to J. Cole himself though. Like
I do
that's his thing that he does better than almost anybody else. Right.
Audibility
plus, obviously his bars and like his, how like intellectual he is.
Yeah.
But also that he can do all this and do the mumble rapping, but still be like, able to hear him. It's all of that is what J. Cole does. You know what I mean? So
and again, this kind of goes back to like that 1985 kind of vibe where he calls out what's happening in rap today. And basically saying like, let me do this thing that the audience is asking for. Right now, we're all about mumble rap, and we're in this right now. And so let me take that flow, let me take that kind of vibe, and then let me twist it.
Yeah.
But then he puts that sample on there. We have the Life by Styles P.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what
Yeah, I don't think we actually added it.
We didn't get that one. That one kind of sounded kind of weird because it's very high pitched.
Yeah, so he warped that super.
They warped
low.
it to a lower pitch, so it sounds like but it's like actually like kind of like a falsetto, kind of like
is
like,
how the actual song is.
The original one.
I thought it actually really mirrored the song a lot, where they were both on.
That's what a lot of people are saying.
21 Savage and J. Cole were on a song called A Lot. You haven't heard it. Again, talks about basketball players. Love it. But that one kind of had the same kind of like harmonizing, like the voices in the background with the beat.
Yeah, like
and
21.
No, like the like that stuff.
Oh, that sample.
Like that.
Okay.
But it was just a little bit different on the A Lot. But they both kind of, I don't know, like mirrored each other.
Shadowed
but
each
I like
other.
that though, because I love that song a lot too.
Yeah.
I love A Lot.
You love A Lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah,
I like that song a lot.
But I think that one was cool. I think that one's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
On the album.
Yeah.
I agree with you there.
Yeah.
It's a
banger.
It's a
straight up
banger.
Yeah.
And it just sounds like it goes like, can you imagine like seeing it live? I picture like him kind of being like really subtle, and then as soon as it gets hard, like everybody everybody just going ham.
Yeah. We have to do like a big small trip to see J. Cole.
Oh, right. Yeah. And then like don't
forget to donate.
Yeah. There's that part where he cuts out the sample.
Yeah.
And then he just goes a cappella for a second, and then he comes back in like that kind of stuff to me.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
Those are those little twinkle things that producers do where it's like it adds character and movement because the sample is constant throughout the song. Na, na, na. It's just nonstop. It doesn't throughout the entire song. I don't think it changes.
Well, and that's what rap is in its
just
definition.
It's just a loop.
The same beat over and over.
Right.
And it's you on top of it,
Right.
So
yeah. 21 Savage.
He went hard.
He went hard on that.
You were like, is he like really good? I was like, yeah, he's pretty good. Like I like 21.
Well, because like I don't listen to 21 like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I just don't.
Some of his songs hit for me. Some of them don't. But when his songs hit, I'm like, damn. Yeah. Like he kind of like goes off.
I liked his little overdubs too, where he goes 21.
Yeah,
21. You know, like
that's so interesting because I feel like for you wouldn't like that shit.
I know, dude. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is.
Whenever it's J. Cole's on it, it all goes out the window.
It just all goes out the window. It all goes out the window.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it. Again, it's like the subtleties and it's the way it's produced. It's like I think again,
it's just clean. It's top tier.
For me, it's just all in production. Like it's a curse and a blessing to have like producer ears. The way you have like cinematography eyes or whatever you got.
Basketball eyes.
Yeah, basketball eyes. There you go. All right, let's go to number 4. One? We got Applying Pressure. This one is
purely J. Cole, right?
Purely J. Cole. No producers, no writers. This is J. Cole at his finest. Let's see what this is about.
That's so true.
Which one?
All of it. No, the fact that he said these rappers they have whips, right? And he's like, but behind closed doors, they can't even pay the lease, right? And then the fact that he's like, you're trying to front like you're rich. He's like, rap about being broke. Like that's a perspective I can understand. People can relate to.
Right.
Like that's like everybody. Like, and you said that too about rap that you don't like.
Yeah.
But like,
me and J. Cole are best friends.
Yeah. You're like, he just gets me. No, but like that's so true. It's like, I mean, people talk about the struggle, but like talk about being broke. Like that's a thing that a lot of people don't really talk about. They talk about like when they were broke,
right?
But they don't like to claim that they're broke right now.
And they're not specific,
right?
I think J. Cole, Kendrick, Eminem, like these guys are like specific.
Like I'm gonna tell you how I'm broke.
Yeah, and let me tell you about a situation that happened that only occurred because of my circumstance.
And they almost give you like an actual event in their life 100%. That happened, right? Where like these guys are just like, oh, I came up in the struggle,
right?
Like,
yeah.
Okay,
well, how?
Yeah, describe it to me.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, I 100% agree. I think that's one of like the problems, in my opinion, with the rap game. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's glamour and it's like idolatry to money, sex, drugs, like all this kind of stuff, which is fine. Like if that's where you want to end up, because like let's be honest, J. Cole has money and stuff now, like
but he's almost opposite. He doesn't even flaunt like that.
But look at how like I guess it's
until
like
KOD he started flaunting a little bit. He's like, all right, I'm gonna show off a little bit.
It's like, yeah, and it's like I gotta think that he kind of started doing that so that people didn't think that he wasn't really a rapper.
Right.
Like it was almost like peer pressure.
Well, because that's rap culture.
Yeah.
But he's saying like even these dudes who are like one hit wonders, we know you don't have money. You know what I mean? Like yeah, you had one hit wonder. The label gave you some money,
right? And you got to pay it back.
Yeah, and the label's also paying for your car now.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's like, like some of that you kind of have to like not front too much, right? Now I get it. Like if you're Migos, if you're Travis Scott, if you're Drake, if you're like these big
you
people,
can do it like that to where it becomes entrepreneurship, right? So like if you get money, think of it like as an investment. So like they got this money. So now like, okay, if part of my persona is to be kind of like flashy or like whatever, what can I do to make that persona, but then also let me put some of this aside,
right?
And then I got to pay the label back, not like get into debt. You know, like there's probably
that's an actual perspective people wouldn't understand,
right? Like let me talk about that.
I didn't know about that stuff, before I started like
actually paying attention or list or like doing research.
Yeah, like, and I think that's why we sometimes will gravitate to like a Denzel Curry, a Joey Badass, who dudes are like, I mean, they're on the bars, they're very honest about what they talk about, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Where they're not just flaunting on all the shit they have.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think it goes to relatability too, because it's like, and I think we talked about this on a couple episodes in the past where I was saying, you know, just because they rap about it, like what is that doing for your culture? Basically being like the normal people that listen to you. Like what kind of perspective are you giving them to live up to? You know, if they see you in, you know, a Rolls Royce with all these like, you know, things and stuff and purchases and whatever, like that's not giving them any foresight on how to get that. And it's also not even telling them that that's not even yours most of the time. It's just for the video, or it's just like, you know, whatever.
I think it's just trying to be like, you know, work hard, you can be like me kind of thing.
It's just a selfish perspective. And I think we can all say that J. Cole is not a selfish person in terms of
he's been pretty good with it.
You know, in terms of like with his record label, you know, he's boosting people up. With his features, you know, he's boosting people up. Like production, he's boosting people up. Like it just seems like he, even in his rhymes, if he's calling somebody out from the younger generation, it's not even to start beef. It's like literally like been like
let me tell you how to do this.
Let me tell you how to do this, right? Because I want you to buy your mom's house. I want you to get out.
Right,
like
which was 1985.
Right, 1985. 1985. 100%. And that's what I'm saying. This whole thing, it's tying back into one another. So when people were on their reviews, they were saying like, oh, like he could have spent more time. They were saying that some of the songs were too short.
It's not necessarily a bad thing sometimes.
It's not, because if you think about it, I just thought about your song that you, Lauren has a song called
It was too.
Yeah. I said it kind of like it too. Like if you think about it. Yeah. Check out Loro on Spotify and Apple Music. You can
shout out.
But yeah, like if you think about it, the short songs, they leave you wanting more. So you got to listen to it again.
I've always seen that. Like I saw some tweets that was like, sometimes the best songs are the shortest songs.
100%.
Yeah, it's like you do want more.
You want more, so let me play it again. You know, and
but I do like with the title of the song, Applying Pressure. It's kind of just like he's like, I'm gonna make you guys better.
Yeah.
It's almost
pushing
like
you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna pressure this industry to be better.
Yeah.
I mean, so I think that's cool.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
All right, number 5, we got Punching the Clock.
Nice. Damn,
dude. Damn.
I have bars,
dude. Just bars.
I know.
It's just nonstop bars.
Yeah. All right. So who's on this album or who on the song?
Well, we got Damian Lillard.
Is the intro, and he does the outro too.
He does do the outro.
Yeah. So that was actually last year's playoffs. It was a post game interview.
Okay.
And that was him. He's like, you know, they gave us time. He's like, I'm, you know,
yeah.
Damian Lillard's sick though.
Yeah.
He's one of the like, when you watch basketball, he's one of the coolest guys because he has so much heart.
He's on Blazers.
Yeah, he's always been the Blazers. He's like, I'm not doing this thing where like all the stars are going to meet together in a big city. He's like, nah. And he's from, I want to say he's from Oakland, so he's pretty close to, you know, Oregon.
Portland.
Yeah, so he's like from that area, and he's like, you know, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna rep it. I'm gonna do it myself. Like I'm not gonna try to call for help. And he's just a G. You know what I mean? So that's like
he's got Carmelo.
Carmelo's old. Dude.
He's old, yeah.
So washed.
But he's nice still.
Carmelo? Yeah, he's not bad, but the biggest dude he has is CJ McCollum. That dude's nasty.
Are they in playoffs right now?
Mm-hmm. They actually play tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are they playing?
The Nuggets.
Oh, that's Carmelo's old team.
Exactly.
Wow. Look at me. I know.
Look at you knowing basketball. Like yes.
Well rounded.
But Damian Lillard is just kind of like one of those dudes that like when you think about like perfecting your craft kind of thing, like and putting in the work, it's that dude.
That dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Nice.
and the fact too that Damian Lillard himself is a rapper, and not like one that just shows that like he's like actually good.
Really?
Yeah, he actually has some good music.
Is that what he's under? Is
Dame Dollar.
Dame Dollar?
Dame Dollar. Yeah, you gotta look him up.
Dame Dollar.
He's actually pretty nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's cool.
We're gonna check it out.
Yeah,
we're gonna do an album review of
album breakdown of Dame Dollar.
Dame Dollar.
I'm down.
So that's the little intro, and then the producers we got is Tay Beast and Mario Luciano.
There's some names on this thing.
Don't know those guys.
Some of them weren't even like clickable. Like when you go to like Genius or stuff like that, some of them were like.
I wonder if they were just homies, you know, like little homies, just like, yo, like I got this beat over here.
Just the random janitor that walked by.
Right.
He's like,
they
you
work
guys
at the
need
studio.
anything? He's like, you know, you should probably add this.
Yeah.
And he was like,
yeah. Right. Damn, that's fire.
Yeah. What's your name?
Tay Beast.
I go by Tay Beast. Your janitor's name is Tay Beast.
Well, and then too, we were kind of talking about it before the podcast, is that so the way the music industry works too is like you got to imagine all these guys going to these studios and they just kind of kick it, they're hanging, they're smoking, they're drinking, they're eating, you know, whatever. And to get a writer's or producer or whatever spot on these albums, if the crew is cool, if the labels match up and the contracts work out, I mean, if you, Charlie, were producing a song and I just happened to be in the room and I said, yo, I hear this melody real quick. And you were like, oh, play it real quick. And I play it and it's like a 4-bar loop, but you only took 2 notes. Technically, I have just gotten into the production team there. And
it's like plagiarism almost. You want to give like credit to
you want to give credit. And and that's what I'm saying. Like if the crew is cool, that artist is cool, like they'll be like, yo, like you did help on this, like we'll put you on here, you know? So it's like you don't know what's happening. Sometimes I feel like they don't actually reach out to these producers and be like, you know, hey, like, you know, you also got to think people send stuff to their managers.
Right.
You know, because there's just so many webs of,
I mean, he even talks about it.
I got this beat.
I found a beat that I got from years ago. Didn't even realize it.
That's on the last song, right? I think so.
I don't.
I think it's on Hunger on Hillside.
No, I think it was.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there. I think it is though.
It's on the documentary. I don't know which one he was talking about.
Okay.
Because it wasn't any. I don't think he was actually specific with it.
Got it.
But yeah, like I mean, they're getting shot beats constantly. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. This one had that same kind of like low key, kind of like underground hip hop with just like a sample. That
it was like for sure like a J. Cole beat. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's just subtle.
It's hard to explain. Like I can just like hear a song like that and I'm like, yeah, that's more like a J. Cole beat.
It's because it's like
and
really
he produced it too.
It's like really clean.
Mm-hmm.
It's subtle, and then it has that kind of like just simple drums. There's nothing really crazy going on.
It's vibey,
but the samples used are like perfect.
Yeah,
it's like they just match up so nicely. You know, nothing seems out of place.
See, I could definitely see like a song like that being like so good for like a storytelling that he would have put in the past. But now he's just putting,
and he kind of has that in that song a little bit.
You know
what I'm saying? A little bit.
It's just harder bars. You know what I mean? Like that song could have been in any of the other albums, and like
100%.
Because especially with the intro and like putting in work and whatever he wanted to do, but he's still again this album putting the bars on it. You know what I mean? So it's his normal, pretty easy beats, pretty simple, nothing crazy, vibey, but he's just going hard on it. Right. You know, which I like.
Agreed. Yeah. Okay. Number 6. This is actually one of my favorites too. I know it's random.
Is it like on my hand?
It's 100 mil.
100 mil is tight.
It's just I like this one because you wouldn't think Austin would like it.
Very true.
You wouldn't think Austin would like it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this.
Yeah, let's go. 100 mil. This one's featuring Bass.
Yeah,
it's so smooth, dude.
That's tight.
I love that hook.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
100 mil.
Bass is nice in that part.
So it's so hooky.
Yeah.
There's a video clip of them working on it, and it's just them like listening to it. And it's just,
I saw that.
Like,
yeah.
Bass, like, dude, that's so dope.
All right, who's on it? Who's the credits?
T- and J. Cole.
T- again.
Yeah.
Giving you bops.
Yeah. This one we had bars on this one.
Yeah. And also, back to your point.
Oh yeah.
You hate repetitive
things
like this.
Dude.
Every time Drake says something repetitive, you're like, I hate it.
Okay.
And he says 100 mil and I'm on my grind 16 times.
100%.
And you were like,
Yeah,
I'm with it.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like with this, so think like I look at it more like drums.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at it as more of like an instrument. No, 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 no. And then he kind of comes back into it. And I like how they use it as the hook.
Yeah.
So there's like fluctuation in it.
It's just interesting you
and I think it's hilarious that he uses auto-tune on it.
Super auto-tune.
Yeah, that's
and
so auto-tuning. I was like, dude, please do this more.
All that stuff goes out the window when it's J. Cole, bro.
Man, dude, I don't know what it is. You just got me all messed up.
Drake could have made the same exact song. You're like, I hate it.
It's garbage. Okay. He says, I'm on that Mount Rushmore. You N-words can't front no more. Bitch, I'ma rain until FEMA show up.
Keep going.
When shots got the ringing like freedom, I ducked. E&J fell out my cup. Then bullets fly out. That shit sober you up.
That goes kind of hard.
That goes pretty hard. And then it keeps going.
But it's like, I'm like thinking about it too. I'm like, damn, like if I heard shots fired, I'm sobered up immediately.
Quick.
Yeah, I mean, I like E&J too. I ain't gonna lie.
E&J is what? That's a type of alcohol?
Yeah, I think it's like whiskey.
I'm proud of my N-words. They never switch up. Don't care if it's Michael B. Jordan that's calling my woman to fuck. She ain't gonna never pick up.
Damn.
That's trust right there.
That would not happen to a lot of us.
No.
A lot of us, they're picking up.
I think so.
And running over.
Even if it's just to say hi.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like, oh, it's Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan said to fuck.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're going.
Yeah, they're going.
They're going.
Yeah.
And he said, I saw that line on Twitter, and then like people were texting that to their girlfriend. They're like, would you pick up if Michael B. Jordan? They're like, yes.
And he keeps going. Sadly, I can't say the same for you N-words. A couple of dollars be changing you N-words. I pray for you N-words, but.
He's just in his bag right now,
dude.
Bro.
He's just going in. He's just, and then everybody's listening to it. Just be like, gonna do that.
Yeah, God. Yeah,
my girl don't feel about me that way.
Yeah, no, she's going for Michael B. Jordan immediately.
He has one line on there. I don't know if it's where it's at, but he talks about he's the hoe. I think it's
it's the last song.
It's the last song.
Yeah.
I think that kind of correlates well. And then I think it correlates well with if you go back to KOD and you listen to Kevin's Heart.
Dude, Kevin's Heart's so good.
Kevin's Heart is so good.
Actually, I loved it even more watching the music video.
The music video.
Because Kevin Hart is on it.
Yeah, and it's his like story.
Because he got in trouble for cheating.
Yeah.
And just like him going through like even like the grocery store and getting like dirty looks and stuff and like recommended watch Kevin's Heart music video.
Kevin's Heart music video. Check that out. It just adds everything. Like it adds the visual to it. You know how we were saying like it just that was a cool video.
I mean I got it more because I was like, oh, Kevin's Heart, whoever Kevin is, and then I was like, oh, it's Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Oh, it's Kevin's Heart. Oh shit. Oh my god. Double entendre. Just kidding.
But imagine that conversation. Yo, hey Kev, want to have a music video about you cheating?
See, I gotta wonder how that came about. I wonder if it's Kevin messed up. There's a story out, and so J. Cole, being J. Cole, wrote about it because he was able to kind of like put himself in those shoes.
Right.
You know. And then after the song came out, I wonder if it was like, yo, let's do this video. Or I wonder if Kevin maybe heard the video and was like, yo, let's do a video on this.
Like he was just like, I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need the backstory on that.
Oh, we should, huh? Can we get on that? I know we're going back to KOD, but who cares?
I know. Almost a Forest Hills Drive. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You're just going
Kevin's Heart, J. Cole, and then put Kevin Hart. Let's see if there's any like.
Yeah. I think Kevin Hart with a
just an
ART.
Just an A. At the very end, Kevin Hart, just no E.
But yeah, so anyways, what were we on? 100 mil?
Yeah, that was 100 mil, and that was featuring. How does he say his name? Is it Bass? Bass?
I think it's Baz.
Boss?
Is it Baz or Boss?
Bess? Biss.
Baz.
Boss.
Baz.
Boss.
Because Bass is double S. Baz? I don't know.
Bass is double S.
Isn't it like sea bass? Isn't bass like that too?
Oh, it is.
I hate the English language.
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
Yeah.
We do things so weird.
Bear and bear.
Bear and bear.
But yeah, I like that Bass was kind of singing again. I kind of wanted him to have some bars but
yeah,
he has a good voice.
He does have a good voice.
And
that was just going to be referencing all these other reviews that I saw. They were saying that in the past, when J. Cole has been singing on his own, it's been like okay, like it's been good, but like he's not a singer, and so to have these vocalists on there kind of just emphasize for it. And then when he does sing on these, because he kind of does hop in on there, it just sounds way better.
It does,
And
some of them even like they do like a harmonizing kind of thing with them. So I feel like that's a little bit easier than just like solo, no auto tune, J. Cole's voice. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So at least if he's auto tuning it, it sounds a little better.
I was kind of hoping to see Kill Edward on here.
Yeah,
I kind of wanted it,
I
think he would have fit.
I think he would have fit too, but I think because he wanted real features,
right?
He wasn't going to do himself as a feature.
True, but like he could have easily came on
like applying pressure,
or even punching the clock.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I agree. He could have just been on there, but
yeah, because I thought that was going to be like a thing going forward.
They were saying a lot of people were saying that the Kill Edward thing was sucked. They didn't like the Kill Edward thing on KOD.
Really?
Isn't that weird? I was like, dude, I liked it. I loved it.
Yeah, especially it being him. You know what I mean? Like I like when they do that,
and it was super creative.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Did you come up with anything? Oh, it's just directing.
No, it was just about the music video, and there wasn't any sort of
backstory.
It was just this is what I wrote about, and I asked if he was down for the music video, and he was down.
Oh, so it was him first.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Damn. So he had to be okay with
that's cool on Kevin Hart's part to be like, yeah, I'll do it. Like,
let me make money off of my mistake.
Yeah, basically. I mean, but you still have to like.
You have to own up to it. Yeah. So, yeah. All right, now we're gonna get to the hard one. The hard one. Number 7. Pride is the Devil.
Nice.
Lil Baby.
Man, top 10 rapper right now, Lil Baby right there.
Dude. Okay, so I think the coolest part of that song isn't even anything about the bars or nothing. I think it's the way Lil Baby comes into the song.
Yeah,
it's mid-sentence. Like J. Cole saying, I got racks on racks. I'm racking up, stacking up. You reaching out, I'm acting it up. And then like in that same rhyme scheme, Lil Baby comes in, break it down, weigh it up, now back it up.
Damn. Like he finishes the bar for him.
Dude. Yeah. And I was like, there was a reaction video on TikTok where he was like listening or whatever, and then Lil Baby came in and he was like, oh,
like what the
like, oh my God. Yeah. I was like, what? And I kind of like, I felt that. Like,
you're like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, for real. Like, what is that? Like, his voice changed, Like, what is that?
Yeah.
I thought that was solid.
No, it was good.
I thought that was a solid way to just, and I kind of wish like now, so you remember when the album released, there was no features on it.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool because I heard that before. Remember, I sent you, hey, no features.
And then the next day I was like, wait, they're all coming through.
Yeah. And
so interesting.
So what I think that they did, and I don't know if this was purposeful or if this was it just seems that way because of how it happened. I think what he, on a couple of the reviews that I was listening to, they were saying that it might have been done on purpose so that it didn't distract from the album. And then once like most people had kind of heard it, like the day ones kind of deal, they put it back. Like they put them on there.
Gotcha.
I don't know if that was just a mess up on, because like how could you mess that up?
It also messed up because we found the clean album first.
Yeah, that's what he was saying, and I did too.
And then I was like, wait, and I had to like work my way around to find the explicit album
on Spotify.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there was just like a mess up.
Yeah.
On the distribution.
I mean, it was
it worked
out.
It worked.
It worked out for them
because I was talking about it because I was like, dude, no features.
Yeah, you were like, no features.
Dude, no features. Like, but then like I was listening to it and I was like, wait.
Listen to my life. I was like, nah, that's 21 Savage.
Yeah.
He said 21.
Well, and then Lil Jon, the very first album or the very first record. So I was like, but yeah, that one, do we have bars on that one? On Pride is the Devil?
I do not think so.
No. Not anything like that like we like singled out.
Yeah.
The interesting thing though was who was who was the producer?
T minus.
It was T minus?
Yeah, T minus.
Wait, who? I thought it was the guy who did the guitar thing on Aminé's song. Yeah. So do we have that sample?
That was T minus.
I thought it was somebody else. So basically, if you listen to this Aminé song, the guitars, they kind of flipped it, I guess, is what the article was that I read was saying.
I think it's the same guitar, and that's why they were hesitant to use it, because it was like, it's like the same guitar.
And he didn't put credit to the Aminé song as a sample.
Well, because he's the producer. That's his sample.
Yeah. Okay,
well, play it. Yeah, it's the same. It just sounds more chopped.
Yeah.
I think it's the same sample.
Yeah,
I think
basically
it's just
done better on J. Cole's album.
I mean, but that song sounds good too. I like that song.
I like that
song.
Aminé album.
That album is good.
We could break down that.
Yeah,
album
we could break down that album.
Yeah,
he's got a deluxe version too. But yeah, that one
love deluxe versions.
Yeah, that one went hard. That one, I don't know if it's like my favorite off the album. I wouldn't say it is.
You're saying this song?
Yeah,
Pride is the Devil?
Pride is the Devil. Like, I think a lot of people that might be there, like, number one. Yeah. I think it's going to be the most popular.
Yeah, I think between 100 Mil, Amari, and My Life, Pride is the Devil will be.
Yeah, I think Pride is the Devil and My Life would be just because of the two features.
Yeah. But Amari's the one they were boosting again. And the more and more I listen to Amari, I think I like it. I actually, not like I didn't like it off the first listen. Right. It wasn't my favorite, but the more and more I've listened to it, I've
kind of gone back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else we got to hit on Pride is the Devil?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Number 8, Let Go My Hand. This one's off.
His voice on there is amazing.
So sick.
Yeah.
Could have been Kill Edward.
It's so like how he like does like his rhyme scheme is really good in that one.
Because he has this drag. You know what I'm saying? Where he's like kind of rapping, but he's kind of singing too. Because he has notes in his voice. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it just fits the song. Dude.
And that's what we were talking about with the guy sending him a beat, and he found it like a year ago. So that was it.
That's the one.
He talks about it.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
What were you saying? You said, dude.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that this one's cool because this one has the storytelling version of it.
Yeah.
Like this is like the only song on the album where he kind of goes back to storytelling, which I thought was really good. Like I think that you needed to have that to be a J. Cole album.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't necessarily need it. I think I liked it. I liked it, but I didn't necessarily need it.
Yeah, I liked it because it sets a dynamic to the album, you know, because like you have all these hard songs going, like you want that kind of like one kind of just like vibey chill, yeah, because then he comes in with Interlude, The Climb Back, Close, and then Hunger on Hillside.
Yeah, so
this is like the one kind of like, okay, we're about to hit to that point of the ending of the movie, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I like that the drums, the dun 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 dun, and then it comes in like hot. I thought that was so smooth.
The like flute or something on there. It's nice.
So sick.
Yeah, so some of the little things they were adding on these songs were cool, like and pretty unique. Like I don't even know if we talked about it, but I think it was applying pressure, like all these like little old school like lasers and stuff like that. Like he just throwing things on, and I think it's kind of cool.
That was one that he produced too, like just himself, and he also had the trap horn.
Yeah.
So I thought like those lasers were cool in that song.
Yeah. So like they're kind of adding things to like, these songs, and I like it. I feel like it's good.
So in the intro and the outro, or maybe it's not intro, it's just outro.
Yeah.
He talks about some beef that he had with P. Diddy during the song, and P. Diddy actually is the outro.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I remember. I knew he talked about P. Diddy. I didn't realize Diddy was the outro.
Yeah. So outro. Lord, please guide our steps, watch over us, cover us, so that every move we make is in alignment with your will, your purpose. Please fill us with your spirit. Keep us forever in your present. For presence makes the strongest fathers. Teach us how to lead, show us how to love. Because this is basically talking
like a little prayer almost.
Yeah. Well, and I thought that this was interesting because it kind of, you can get religious on here, but he kind of brings up religion here. So I feel like you kind of got to, because I think he meant that. Because he talks about, homie constantly telling me about Quran, putting me on. I read a few pages and recognized the wisdom in it, but I ain't got the discipline to stick with it.
Right.
So it's like, I feel like he's probably, kind of battling with some stuff here, but then the whole song is about his son. Basically saying, let go of my hand. You know what I'm saying?
I'm grown.
I'm grown up. So I think it's that little prayer at the end, show me how to be a good father. You know, it kind of correlates into like let my kid go type thing.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting placement for the song. I think I get what you're saying. It's kind of like a breath in the album.
Yeah.
The last 2 songs are pretty chill on the album. I would be interested to see if they would just put all the chill songs at one side, but I guess they didn't. It was almost like the break, like what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like a break. It's like dynamics. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a roller coaster instead of just like that constantly going down or constantly going up.
He'll do that in all of his albums too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
This one had DJ Daki, Frank Dukes, J. Cole, and Wu-10.
Okay. Wu-10
so Wu-10 again.
For producing.
DJ Daki and Frank Dukes are new. And then this one has Bass and 6 Lack.
Black.
6 Lack.
Black.
It's a 6 and a Lack.
It's black.
It's 6 Lack.
I'm telling you. Listen to that song. I think it's called Overrated.
Like JID and JID, you know, let me say how I want to say it. You know what I'm saying?
He says that. He goes, hi, my name is Black.
If he put a 6 in front of his name, you cannot expect me to not say 6.
But it's a B.
But it's a 6.
I know.
It's not a B.
What's interesting is that he didn't have any solo singing in there. No. And he's a good singer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But is he part of
Dreamville?
Yeah.
I don't know. He shows up with a lot of Dreamville artists. I don't know necessarily if he's in Dreamville. But I thought that was interesting that like the only part he was in was the chorus with Baz and J. Cole.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know he was really on there. I thought it was just Baz.
Yeah. And he has a song with J. Cole too. He has I think it's called Pretty Little Fears, is him and J. Cole, but he's good.
He's on Interscope.
Interscope? Well, I think Dreamville's under Interscope, so that's probably how it goes.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
How it goes.
Yeah, that was like the chill kind of like, you know, storytelling one. I think I like that one a lot. I don't know if it's one of my favorites, but it's definitely up there. Like I could skate to that video. Or, I'm sorry, I could skate to that song.
That song.
You know, put it on my AirPods and go skate the beach, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of glide, go to Mammoth, kick push, you know? Right. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
All right. We got Interlude. This was the single off of the album.
That came out at the beginning.
Right. A week before.
Week before.
Yeah.
Not the one he came out with a year before.
Correct. That one's
next. The following.
Yeah.
Damn.
I like that. I love that sample.
There's a little bit of like guitars in this album.
Yeah.
Like that right there.
Yeah.
And then we talked about it on the previous other ones, but he has some little guitars in there. I kind of like that.
Well, it's kind of a sample heavy album.
Yeah.
You know, like after doing the research of it, like there's pretty much and you know this in hip hop, but I mean.
That's in almost everything but now it's a sample of something.
But, I mean, they did a good job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they're fluid. You know, they don't sound like. They sound like they could have been recorded.
Yeah.
Like for the songs specifically.
No, that song was a good song.
That was cool. He said my homie got out on parole. He sold more Coca-Cola than soda industry. Summertime bringing out coldest winter breeze. Hella blues like rolling 60s. Christ went to heaven age 33. And so did Pimp C and so did Nipsey.
That's hard.
Bars. Bro,
damn.
That's wild, dude. Like you kind of have to read the Bible a little bit to know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the Coca-Cola thing.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he was in his bag. This album, he was in his bag.
The Southern heat make unbearable summers. Just last week, seen your mama weep, crying because she don't want to bury your brother. The blood leaks while the EMTs got to carry her baby like a surrogate mother's.
That's dark. It's a little rough. It's vivid.
Bro, it's, yeah. It's crazy when you read lyrics.
Yeah.
How much more the song makes sense, especially with hip hop. I would say that, I mean, for our listeners, I recommend doing it almost for any of your favorite songs, but I mean, for hip hop specifically, because it just kind of like.
I mean, I've noticed that with like movies now. Like when I go back and watch a movie and like subtitles. And I'm like, that's what they said this whole time? You know what I mean? Like,
this dude hates when I have the subtitles on.
I love subtitles, bro.
No, but with my site now, like, I'm all in.
Yeah.
That's like, it's like a go-to.
Sometimes it sucks when the subtitle comes up before.
You know what I hate?
It's like, ow, you shot me. And then you're like, oh, amazing, you shot right now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hate subtitles for stand-up comedy specials.
Oh, okay.
I don't like it because it ruins the punchlines.
Okay.
So I do not like it there. But everything else, pretty much, like, I'm a subtitle guy.
Yeah. Now I can't watch it without subtitles. I'm like, what are they saying?
Yeah. Maybe that's my new hip-hop name. Subtitle.
Dang. What's your name? Closed caption?
Yeah. Subtitle, closed caption.
Little CC.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Come on now.
Okay, so T- on that one again. Damn, how many he got? That's 1, 2.
T- has like 4.
3. 4 so far.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he's on there.
This guy went in. I think that's it. I think that's all we got for him. But
I would definitely say look up his catalog.
yeah, it sounds like he's going in.
He had like Swimming Pools. Kind of a big song by Kendrick. You may have heard it. The Motto by Drake. May have heard it. Yeah.
Then we got J. Cole and Tommy Parker.
Okay.
Tommy Parker. Come on, man.
You don't know Tommy Parker?
Get a better name, brother. All right.
That was the guy that just walked in.
Yeah, right. Straight up.
Tommy Parker?
Yeah.
He's like, you want anything else?
That was the Uber driver.
Yeah. You didn't want no other name?
Yeah.
I'm just Tommy Parker, dude.
He worked for Uber Eats and he just happened to be in there and he just knew how to work Ableton when he was dropping off the pizzas.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
He's like, what if you slowed that down? They're like, what did you say? Sorry. Just leave me a review on Uber Eats.
You made me clip there.
It's $2 tip, please.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Anything for you, Tommy Parker.
And also just a credit in your song is good. No need to tip.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll pay for it if you just give me.
Yeah, you just take the food.
Yeah. 10 mil streams on the first day. Yeah, you can take it.
Yeah,
take the food. I'll pay for it.
Yeah. Now we're talking about Tommy Parker.
Imagine if that was really how it happened.
Yeah, like that was actually.
Like, whoa, we just.
Now I'm going to do a deep dive on Tommy Parker.
Yeah. Now we got to research Tommy Parker.
Yeah.
All right, we got number 10, The Climb Back.
Damn.
And that's just the intro.
We know this song. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, this is
the last 2 songs have been an intro song to our podcast before, so it should not be new.
Oh, true.
It should not be new to you guys.
This is true.
This was one of our top 20 songs of the year last year.
Also true.
That we know this song.
We know this song.
We love this song.
Yeah, I mean, this song kind of takes me back to like COVID a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
Like
we were in the Walnut House.
Yeah. This is gonna be one of those like songs that like I think ages well with me in terms of like memory bank.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because this reminds me of like starting the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of being at home, living with you guys. It being really hot.
Yeah.
You know, like it was blazing hot.
Yeah.
And just like him coming out with new music and it being like so good and getting so excited for like this.
It was called Lewis Street was the EP. And that was that one and Lion King on Ice.
Yeah.
But he didn't put Lion King on Ice on the album.
No.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah. I wonder why. I wonder if he was like, too much. But
yeah, and then
throw one in here.
And then he put Middle Child was a single, and he talked about that was supposed to be on Fall Off.
Right.
And he was like, I can't sit on this forever.
Right. Which I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got that one.
Can we pull this up on the screen? The bars right here, disgusting. He says, to the left of that decimal, I need 7 figures to play the joint. Turn up your decibels. Peep how I decimate a joint. Check out my projects like them workers at Section 8 a point, and you'll see how I flip like exclamation point. I flipped like exclamation point.
Straight up.
Disgusting.
So to the left of that decimal, I need 7 figures to play the joint.
So I need at least $1 million if I'm gonna play anywhere.
Turn up your decibels. That's volume in music production, like lingo. Decibels. Yeah, lingo. Peep how I decimate a joint.
Check out my projects, like them Section 8, them workers at Section 8 a point. The projects is Section 8, Section 80, Section 80 or Section 8? Section 8, right?
Section 8. He wrote 8, so I'm gonna go with what he said. And
Damn.
I see how you flip like exclamate. Dude, that one is wild. And you'll see how so in the I think where we're looking at this, is it Complex?
Mm-hmm.
Complex. They quote I. You know what I'm saying? So again, like unless you read this, you wouldn't really understand because that bar, you need to see how like an I, if you flip it, makes an exclamation point.
Right.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
wait, are you talking about the lyrics we're looking at right now?
Yeah.
This is genius.
Genius?
Yeah. But they didn't put that in quotes.
Yeah, no, in Complex, if you went to Complex, it's a lowercase I and it's in quotations.
Yeah, because
so you'll see how I flip like exclamation points.
Stupid.
Dude, that's so crazy, bro. And even during the chorus,
and then
everything comes back around full circle. Why do lies sound pleasant, but the truth hurtful? Everybody got to cry once in a while, but how long will it take for you smile? This is that come back to life shit. My N-word's picking up, and we ain't gonna light the city up as if the sun had the night shift.
Even this next line right here. He says, my dudes shoot first as if they never played the point. More two guards. The two guard is the shooting guard position. You
Right.
shoot more there. Then he says, enough straps to fill 4 U-Hauls. It's a lot of guns. More death than World War II caused. Around these parts, we pour the brown just to drown these thoughts.
Damn.
Disgusting, dude.
Dude. Damn.
I
made a little tune called Folding Clothes, and an Edward still ain't known to fold under pressure. Well, you know how coal do. Make a diamond. They just rhyming. I'm quoting gold. One phone call get you canceled like homophobe in the PC culture.
Safe to say we like the song.
Dude, yeah, this one just goes off.
Yeah.
And then the samples in here.
The one thing though, I will say it's the song I listen to now the least on the album because I binged it in 2020. So
the sample is I'm So in Love with You by Brief Encounter. Yeah. And I think it's just pitched up. So it has that like kind of like alien sounding, what is it? The chipmunk kind of sound,
there's one part of the song when we were looking on YouTube, you can actually hear the little piano.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, oh, there's
a
right there.
portion in it.
Yeah.
And then we found the sample that he uses at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if Lauren can put that up. It's by Alan Watts. I thought that was pretty cool. Check that out.
Are you doing this work to facilitate growth or to become famous? Which is more important, acquiring more possessions or becoming more conscious? Which works better, getting or letting go? There's a problem with owning a lot. There's a problem with getting more and more. The more you have and the more you get, the more you have to look after, and the more you might lose. Is that owning or being owned?
Bars.
Damn.
Bars. Dude, that's so sick that he found that.
Yeah, so
I wonder how that came about. But
well, and Lauren said you knew who this guy was, right?
Yeah, he's like a British writer, philosopher, and then is all into Buddhism, Taoism.
Okay.
So there's like, there's like countless like streams of just trippy visuals, just so you could like zone out. It shows like people in the ocean, just looking at their reflection.
Yeah,
it's like thousands of those.
Yeah, all to like him.
Is he is he considered like a philosopher?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because he's
a professor too, I think.
Oh, professor. Okay.
I think a little bit, but then towards the end, so he's this British guy, this British white guy, who towards the end, like he died in the 70s, 80s, and he just would wear like a little gown, be making tea, just like in the crisscross position. So totally committed.
Nice.
Yeah,
solid. Yeah, so that's at the very beginning of the Climb Back. Is that in the Climb Back version, the single version that he released in the summer? Yeah, dope. Yeah, that's so dope.
That's how you intro the song.
Yeah, that's so dope. Yeah,
and to have something like so like, I don't know, like intellectual and like philosophical at the beginning, and then just go hard on some bars is just like how many people could actually do that? And
that again, 1985. It kind of goes back to that, right? Like it's like all of your possessions and all this kind of stuff that you get as a rapper or like whatever.
Yeah.
Just fame, fortune. Like what are you actually seeking after? You know what I'm saying? Are you?
Oh, you love this, dude.
I love it, dude.
You were like, preach.
I'm like, am I turning into a Buddhist? Like, but yeah, it was cool. I like that he put that in there. And again, that's more of a classic kind of Cole kind of deal with a sample like that.
Yeah.
Philosophical intellect. Yeah. I mean, the dude's so those last three kind of were like old Cole-ish to me. All right. So now we got close. Almost Almost at the end stretch here, guys. Thanks for keeping up with us.
Staying in here.
Yeah.
Bro.
Bars.
Rhymes everything with close.
Just bars.
Just keeps the entire same rhyme scheme.
Yep.
The rhyme scheme is the same the entire song.
Close, approach, coach, don't, float, close, ghost, dope, coast, hope, most, folks, close, chose, spokes, boast, close, smoke, toke, joke, close, broke, wrote, blown, goat, spoke, soaked,
nasty,
close, coats, dough, throat, hope.
That's like, that to me is what, when that
quote that you said.
Yeah, where like this dude just basically like doing like drills right now.
Right.
That's like he's just like, all right, let me just like have a little fun with this real quick. I'm gonna let me play around.
Right.
Let me see how I could really go hard right here. Like
for real.
That's crazy.
This would have been the one. You know how rappers in albums or whatever, they'll put in parentheses like freestyle.
Yeah.
And it's not so much a freestyle, but it's just like, it's literally like a linear beginning to end song and it doesn't change much.
Right.
It's just like old school, like I'm a rap on this beat and that's it.
Yeah.
That kind of, I think you probably could have done that on this song. Like if he wanted to. I'm kind of happy that he didn't, but like if he wanted to, this would have been the one where it's like, this is close freestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it just sounds like you said, he's just rhyming off of one word.
And I love at the end, he says close again. He's just close. Fuck. Like he just like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like I did that shit. Nasty.
Yeah. Damn.
And then
I wonder, because he's a good like freestylist. I wonder if he had like some of this stuff kind of like written in his head, but then he kind of was just like, just play the beat and like let me just go off and then let me like kind of like whatever.
I wonder.
Especially
that same rhyme scheme the entire time.
That's what I'm saying.
That might be a little written, but then he also did the speaking of freestyle, he did the freestyle on
LA Leakers.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Dude, 2 songs.
Apparently he got a little backlash on it though, from one thing he said.
What did he say?
Wait, please look it up, Lauren. It was actually kind of hard though. I liked it.
Because I know he said some quote unquote woke, non-woke kind of stuff.
Yeah, right.
So it wouldn't surprise me on freestyle.
And then another thing with this
LA Leakers.
Another thing with this input backlash. The other thing with Close was that the ending was very like long, prolonged.
That's what you were saying.
And I thought it was no noise. I guess the road was like so loud in my car. But
it
very
just
slow.
Really
yeah,
slow.
And it was like, that was so interesting. It like stuck out to me because all these other songs were like back to back to back to back.
Right.
And then it just was like this long pause.
I think that goes good into the very last song.
Yeah.
Because and I told you this, the last song to me kind of reminds me of how Mac Miller used the last songs on Swimming and Circles. They just kind of sound like you're almost like ascending into
floating.
Like heaven kind of deal. And so I felt like with the last song, you kind of got that. And Close, because it was like so hard, I feel like he needed
like
that kind of, that dynamic kind of element that I was talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what did that. It's like, okay, like I went hard here and then like, let me just kind of get out of here.
Get out of this.
Nice and slow.
Now let's into the outro.
Yeah.
What did he get on backlash for?
While he's checking this out, we got J. Cole as the only producer on Close.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got samples, the New Birth, Do It Again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't get that one either, though.
Yeah, some of them weren't as, like, you couldn't tell.
You couldn't tell.
I mean,
they did a good job of hiding them and kind of manipulating them. And that's, as a producer, you don't want to always take from a sample and use it just as it is. You kind of want to see like, okay, can I take what they did and be inspired by it and then create it my own? You know what I'm saying? And the fact that we only were able to get like maybe 2 in here,
that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I think that's solid. I think they did their job. So, all right. J. Cole faces backlash for spitting controversial Bill Cosby line. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, is the line there? Here, go ahead.
Or
I can't see it.
Or who they debating is better. Let's face it. He one of the greatest. No Bill Cosby shit. But if homies is sleeping, then fuck him. Kind of bars though, bro. And okay, you got to think though, straight up, if that really was a true off the dome freestyle,
bars.
Like who cares, dude? Like damn, like that's
bars. But I guess he got a little heat for that.
Take the heat, brother.
I mean, I feel like a lot of freestyles, it's kind of hard to really fully interpret because it's off the cusp. Like, oh, that was probably fucked up, but I just said it because it rhymed and it was like a topical thing.
Right.
Well, you can tell some rappers. I didn't really listen to the whole thing, so I got to go back through it. But some rappers, you could tell what they have written down, what they don't.
100%. 100%.
Like some of them, if you hear them, like Logic, he'll goddamn, this is and he like sits that because that's his like. That's what he does, his filler.
His home.
Yeah. And so he goes through there, and then when he has something, then he goes into it.
Right.
So you could tell, like, oh, he's actually
and you
off
can
the
see
dome right
and
now.
you can see them like I like the Mac Miller one because you're like you see his eyes kind of like just kind of spazzing out because he's like trying to like catch it, like he's trying to catch it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you can also tell when they kind of mess up, when they kind of go like like you know like there's just like this little thing that they gotta like because they gotta make a sound to stay on rhyme.
Right.
So even if they mess up the word, they'll make up like a sound that just fills that, and then they continue going on.
Sometimes if it's too rhymey, it's too like.
Or too topical.
Then it's like, okay, that's kind of written down. Like we like the guy, it's a video, I can't think of the guy's name, where he goes around and raps about people's like what they're wearing and shit.
Oh,
you know
he's on TikTok.
Yeah, so he just goes around and he'll literally look at you and literally rhyme about what you're wearing right there. So like that's crazy. That there's no way that's written.
It's MC Mac.
MC Mac?
I think so. Harry Mack.
Bro,
Harry Mack is low key one of the best freestyle rappers like known right now. Harry Mack, TikTok.
I mean, even like remember that video of Shia LaBeouf you sent me where he's like rapping about what he's wearing? So, like,
yeah.
Like that's when you can rap about something that you're literally seeing right now for the first time. That's crazy because that's like really off the dome.
Pull up one of these videos, dude.
Yeah,
because
Common does it too. Common, he has that video where he like raps about like some lady's shoes.
Do any of them because he literally just goes around and asks people like to throw out words and he'll rhyme.
Every Mac I do it, man, I'm getting too loose. Treat a rapper like a fruit, then I crush him to juice. Yeah, H-Mac, I'm on it, yo, I'm moving in my own way. Yo, I wake up in the morning with OJ. Hey, yo, got him nervous, they about to go. Rappers hella slimy like some juice with Pope. But me, I do it different, I'm no Pope. I'm too clean, yo, I'm juicing all these styles on the scene. Yo, come on, it goes down, I be causing more panic. Wake up, then I sip a green juice, my flow is organic. Yeah, I'ma do it different, it's your man Harry. Rappers hella bitter like some juice of cranberry. If you ever had the raw version without the sugar, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. I cook you up with the lyrics, so I speak from the spirit. I just turn it up a level, then I let the people hear it. Give me another word and I will proceed.
Cowboys.
Yo, I got what you need. Turn up the system, I come with the loud noise. I'm a desperado off top, just like a cowboy. Yeah, hey yo, I'm facing any challenge. I represent the Cowboys like I lived in Dallas. It goes down, yo, I'm raw with the word. Matter of fact, I'm cutting rappers like some boots with a spur. Come on, I do it different, yo, I stay on my course. Yes, of course, I ride a horse like if it was a Porsche. Mac is different, yo, you know I hit like missile. I be in the draw with the cowboy, pull the pistol. Yeah, I really will be winning this round. And I'm so fast with the draw, I even spin it around. Then I cock it, then I shoot him and he's dead on the ground. It's every Mac, I be spitting off the head and I'm proud. Alright, one more word, cause 3 times the charm. Y'all know I will do harm.
Oh gosh.
You about to miss if you blink. I'm giving him a moment to think.
You have a word?
Do you have a word? Anyone can do it, there's no rules, it's absurd.
How about a bird?
How about a bird? Okay, that works, cause that rhymes with last word. Come on, it's Harry Mack, my lyrics get you high in the sky, cause everything I spit is fly. When I get to rhyming, people stopping by to listen. Told you that my lyrics fly, kinda like a pigeon. Yeah, I do it different, I'm rising above. Yo, if I was a bird, I'd be all white like a dove, because I'm representing peace when I come with the speech. Hey yo, I got lessons to teach, and they peeping how I speak through the beats. It's Harry Mack, I do it, yo, I see you. Hey yo, I'm flying overhead just like an eagle. It's Harry Mack, when I rock, I be scoring, but matter of fact, not flying, I'm a hawk, yo, I'm soaring. Wings are wide open and I'm floating on the cloud. Every time I kick my lyrics, I'm explosive and I'm proud. I get.
Damn, bro.
Damn.
That's off the dome.
That's just off the dome, dude. And he does that.
He's literally rapping to him to try to get a word.
Right. Like, tell me a word. Like, and it's
absurd.
Dude, and the dude couldn't even think of a word. He's like, He was trashing on him right there.
Yeah.
Anybody could do it.
Yeah, dude. That's off the dome.
That's straight off the dome.
So if it's not like that, sometimes I feel like it's written down.
Right. No, I agree. You can, and you can definitely tell when they had a song written, they start using it, and then they get to that point where it is off the dome. Because then it's like, okay, like I could tell
I
this
can build
is
off
the dome.
this. Yeah,
exactly.
Some of it's like half written. It's
exactly.
not like all
exactly.
written. But,
exactly. Yeah. Damn.
Okay.
All right.
Last song.
Last one. Hunger on Hillside.
Hunger.
Peace, yo. Low-row at the booth.
Low-row's out.
Lower out the booth. Got work.
Damn. Jeez. I loved this song. Just hearing it, like, reminded me of an old movie. Like how you go off into the sunset kind of thing.
Straight up. It sounded very like cinematic.
Right. And so like for me, that was just, I don't know. It almost was like the end of Rocky or something. Like I literally was looking up the sample to try to figure out what it was from. I thought it was from a movie for sure.
Right.
So, and the sample was,
we got the sample. It's a Junior Park. I Wonder Where Our Love Is Gone, which I wanted to play that. So let me,
yeah, go ahead. But I feel like that was a good way to end an album. It very much like felt like an ending, off to the sunset. It like I feel like completed the album, especially for an album going so hard. It was almost like that,
and that's what I would. And that's what I was saying. It kind of just felt like you were like going into like ascending into heaven kind of deal.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Floating that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the sample that was taken from
the Junior Park or whatever.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, it sounds very just kind of like, atmospheric and like it's the end of a movie.
Like a Charlie Chaplin film.
So dope.
All I know.
But yeah, that's a good way to end
for
it.
Sure, for sure.
Like
from one mic to the other.
Yeah, exactly. We're wearing a bunch of hats over here now. But again, kind of going back to the sample use, that was like one of 2 or 3 that they didn't really change much.
Yeah.
It's just, but it's like you didn't need to change that one.
No, for sure.
That one was perfect. Like it just fit so good. That was Boy Wonder, Dirt Work, DRTWRK,
okay,
and then Don Mills. So
just more names.
So Boy Wonder was on there again.
Boy Wonder was on there again.
Might have been on there. He was like on 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But and that one was featuring. He was on 3. Bass,
okay.
Bass.
Oh, Bass. Yeah. Bass was on 3 of them.
Yeah. So
I think he might have even had one of them. He's like singing like an outro on. I don't know if it was this one or.
I think it was this one, or he's on the chorus here.
Yeah. Well, and then the end, you could pull up the.
Outro. Yeah.
And then you like the bars at the end there where he talks about the hoes being a hoe.
I did like that one. Let's see here.
It should be the last verse, the last song of the verse before Bass comes in.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Did he have it up?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ain't doing dirt no mo. I stopped creeping 6 years ago. Fun fucking them hoes until you realize that you is the hoe.
Yeah.
Damn.
I thought that again correlated well with, because what was the one song that he had on KOD where he's talking about like being on the phone, and he was like I'm gonna save this one for me and not show my homies. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember that line specifically, but
it's
but he kind of has that, like when he talks about like love yours. Photographs. Okay. Yeah. He also has that with like love yours and stuff where he talks about like loving who you're with. You know what I mean? Like, Love Yours is like one of the iconic songs from him, but it's like, there's always he says there's always a bitch that's badder out there on the tour, but you ain't gonna be happy until you love yours.
Yeah.
So, kind of.
On a Photograph, he goes, fell in love through Photograph. I don't even know your name. Wonder if you'd follow back. I hope to see you one day. I won't show my N-words now. I'll keep this one for myself. Love today's gone digital and it's messing with my health.
Damn. Same.
Dude,
so he kind of keeps that. He has those same themes though. You know what I mean? And that's just like him. I think that's just like his morals, his whatever.
Yeah.
It's going to show through these albums, you know what I mean? Because he talks about it on, Forest Hills Drive, Free Eyes Only, KOD, and this now. So he has those themes, you know what I mean? It's who he is.
100%.
So, yeah.
All right.
So I guess we kind of have to grade it, though.
I think we have to grade it. What are we thinking here?
Okay, so we got. Let's go to our grading scale.
Based off of our grading scale, we got bars.
And we're gonna have different.
Of course,
different grades.
Of course we are.
Especially, maybe not for much for J. Cole, but other rappers.
Okay,
that we know.
So let's go Charlie and Austin.
Okay.
And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4,
before
5, 6, 7. It's cool. Okay, so what would you give him? 1 to 10, 10 being the best.
Right.
On bars.
Okay. See, the thing with me though, I will say, and I do this for people too. I feel like a 10 when people are like, oh, there is no 10. 10 is perfection. Okay. So for me to say someone's a 10, it's gonna be tough. So I would say bars.
This is the whole album too.
Yes.
Okay.
Bars. I'd probably go like 8.7.
8.7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right there.
Lyrics. This is lyricism, lyrical content, storytelling, rhyme schemes.
That'd be a 9.
9?
9.
Okay. Beats. This is like drums, production, samples used.
Yeah.
The structures from beginning to end of each song.
I would go
outros, intros.
8.5.
8.5.
Yeah. Really solid.
Okay. And then, so I have production here. This is kind of the same deal, but think about this as far as cleanliness of the entire album. Mixing, mastering, the vocals, just brightness.
Yeah,
like the
9. 9 for sure. I thought it was very clean to me. The fact
100%.
that you read a review that said it was not is kind of almost like shocking.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Features.
I thought the features were all fantastic. I thought I could have gotten more from like Baz and Black and stuff like that, but I thought they were placed really well.
You wanted more bars from Baz.
I wanted more bars from Baz. I wanted some singing from Black. But how Lil Baby and 21 Savage were used were fantastic, and Baz was still used really well.
Yes.
So I would go, like an 8. I would go an 8.
8. Okay. And then we got length. This is going to be length of the album.
Yeah.
Length
how many
of
songs
the
are on this album?
We got 12 or 11. 12.
See, 12. He could have put Lion King on Ice in there. He could have put Lion King on Ice.
I think the album only ended up being about 37 minutes long.
That's so interesting, dude, because think about it. He could have put Middle Child and Lion King on Ice in there and put it 14 songs.
Yes.
And that still would have played into what he's doing right now in the offseason. Because Lion King and Middle Child both had bars.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, he could have added. Now that I know the number, I feel like he could have added songs.
I think so too.
I
think he could have had that.
And we don't like when
it was only 12 songs and it was 13 minutes and 8 seconds long. Two more songs probably would have put him at like 39 minutes. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
39 minutes and 8 seconds long. Okay. Putting the 2 more songs, even if he wouldn't have had Middle Child because that was kind of old, it probably would have set him like at 45. Or if he would have put Middle Child, it would have set him like at 50.
But that's fine because I feel like if it's below 15, it's cool.
Yeah.
When it gets to like 20s, we're a little high.
Yeah, I agree.
And we're going like 5. That's an EP. So we're kind of in that middle ground.
Yeah.
Length. I'm gonna go like a 7 because I think those 2 songs would have gone good with it.
Yeah. Okay. And then let's go promotion. So this is like past what he was doing in the past, what he's going to be doing in the future, and then what he's doing presently. How he's kind of like
promotion was a 9 for me.
9 for you.
He talked on Spotify. He had a Where the Fuck is the Off Season playlist.
Yep.
All his features. He talks about being featured. He did a documentary. He came out with shoes. He's in a basketball league now. He's doing a podcast. I thought promotion was fantastic.
Yep.
I thought from making 1985 intro to the fall off. Now we're in the fall off era. Like the structure he's doing, and that we actually know his mindset of his structure. He posts that picture and stuff. I thought that's all good stuff. So that's why 9.
Okay, and then that's kind of like artist history. So from his upbringing to where he's been to where he's at now, just as an artist, not so much just with this project, but just him, J. Cole.
Yeah.
Where do you kind of see? Where does this fit into the J. Cole story for you? Like, is this at his peak, or is he still climbing? Or
That's tough because it's so different than what he's done.
Or is he downclining?
I would say I would go like an 8. I think it's a little rise.
Okay.
I think he's doing something different. Okay. But top albums of his,
okay,
I wouldn't put it as one of the best albums.
Okay.
I still probably have Forest Hills Drive and Sideline Story and KOD above that. And then maybe, no, because For Your Eyes Only too. I don't know. I don't know where I'd put it in ranking of all J. Cole albums.
Okay.
But it might be over KOD for me.
Okay.
But it's under For Your Eyes Only, Sideline Story, and Forest Hills Drive.
So if we add that up, it's 67.2. 2, 4, 6, 8. So then we divide that by 8. Is that how we would get that?
Yeah. There's 8 numbers there?
Yeah. 2, 4.
Yep. And then divide that by 8, which would be about 8 something.
8.4.
Yeah.
So this is an 8.4 for Charlie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is good. What's that? A solid B?
That's a solid B.
Yeah.
Okay. Bars, I'm gonna go 9.
Okay.
I think he had bars on this.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were good with his bars.
Yeah.
Lyrics, I'm gonna go 9 too.
Yeah.
Because
content was fantastic.
Content was good.
Yeah.
I like that he wasn't preachy because people don't like that about Cole. I like that about Cole, but I like that he didn't go preachy because I felt like he needed to showcase his bars.
Only like 1 or 2 songs did he actually try to like, I'm gonna give you something.
And he did that.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, and I think if he would have put Lion King on ice, that would have even propelled that because that was like another one that was like talking about like the woke movement and like, you know, our current day and age. Beats, I'm actually going to go 8 on this one. You want 8.5? I'm going to go 8. I liked the beats. I thought they were good. I thought the samples were used really well. But to me, I've just heard other J. Cole songs that like I felt the beats were better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's just
that's why I didn't go 9.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go 8. I'm gonna go a little bit less than you.
Yep.
Production, mixing, mastering. I think pretty much anything coming out now is sounding like really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go a little bit lower. I think this is also an 8. Not because it wasn't great and wasn't like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when I'm thinking of like mixing and mastering as a whole, I'm thinking of things that like tie you in and bring you in and then like release you and then they just want you coming back for more. And he did that kind of.
Okay.
But to give that like a 9 or a 10,
it's
just like,
I agree.
I don't know. That it's just not really
That's
there
where
for
something
me.
that we're like, if you're listening to Forest Hills Drive, that is like a 9 to me.
And I would to me, I would even say that mixing and mastering wise, I like KOD better.
KOD too, right.
The beats on that one were crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They were wild. The production was wild.
Yeah.
I thought that was way more production than even just lyricism from J. Cole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when you take that into context, you know, I kind of got to give it an 8 there. All right. Then we got features. To me, like, I liked the Lil Baby feature. I like 21 Savage. I feel like the Bass and the 6 Lack are just kind of random.
And Moray too.
And
or do you like Moray?
Yeah. More again, it was just the singing ones. They were just kind of random, and it almost felt like you didn't need to put them on a feature. You could have just had them be credits, and you could have just said that they worked on it.
Yeah, to put them as like an actual feature. That's why I was saying I kind of wanted more.
And that's what I'm saying.
What did I put for that?
You put a 8.
Yeah.
I think I'd give that a 7.
Okay.
Because
that's solid.
If you're going to give them a feature, have them do something that's feature worthy.
Yeah, because even when he's singing on, I can't even think of the song now, where it's Black and Baz.
Yeah,
they're all like harmonizing on a chorus.
Right.
It's not necessarily.
And that's cool. I think you should do that.
It's fantastic.
It's like Go My Hand.
Yeah, but
8.
It's still that's all they did.
Yeah,
that's
right.
All Black did was harmonize on a chorus.
100%. And then length, I think I'm going to go 7 like you because I think. See, I wouldn't say that each individual song needed to be longer or shorter. I liked them. All the songs that were on there, if they were short, I liked that they were short.
Yeah.
If they were longer, I liked that they were longer.
They were all
cohesive.
Done.
Yeah. I don't think that he needed to put more time in there.
No.
I think that the album could have used one to 2 more songs.
Yeah.
Just because he was talking about it for so long.
And that's where I think we all know Middle Child. We all know Lion King. Maybe that would have rounded it out.
See, but I don't even think you would have needed to put Middle Child. I think you could have put Lion King on Ice. And I think
Snow on the Bluff.
Snow on the Bluff would have been perfect.
even near the end, like kind of between Close and Hillside.
But then you're kind of getting into, am I talking about too much storytelling stuff?
Yeah.
So it changes the vibe. But I got to think that he was sitting on some other stuff that that didn't even make it.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe to him, it was just like, no, those ones are good, but they're not good enough. So,
yeah.
But having that said, I still could have used 1 or 2 more.
Yeah.
We haven't heard from him in a while. And to think that there was only 12 songs, like.
I mean, and maybe there's a deluxe album coming.
Maybe.
And if that's the case, then maybe that changes it.
Sure.
You know?
But I could have used 2 more songs.
Yeah,
1 or 2 more songs.
I agree.
Promotion, I'm going to give it a 9 too. I like the way he did it. I like that it wasn't like promo-y. I like that it was natural. Yeah. He went on a freestyle. He started talking about it since KOD. He went like once on Instagram and he really worked on his craft and then it kind of showed.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't like talking a bunch of crap and then not showing for it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like right now, we don't know what Kendrick's doing.
Right.
Nothing at all.
And see, I kind of like that though. I think that's a form of promotion. Silence and like secrecy is almost a.
But J. Cole, we know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I do.
And there was silence with J. Cole.
Yeah, there was.
But we knew what was coming.
100%.
Drake, I know Certified Lover Boy's coming.
Yeah.
I know he did Dark Demo Tapes, which was crazy that he dropped that.
Yeah.
I love it. Blah, blah. But like, we know what their mindset was, which is nice, gives us a kind of a frame of mind. So even if I know J. Cole's gonna take 2 more years on an album, I know we're still in the fall off era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So yeah,
100%. Yeah, he's more disclosed to us, whereas like Kendrick's just kind of like
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. He's just off doing whatever.
The next album's Darn.
Yeah.
You know.
Dang.
Yeah.
You know? All right, and then artist history. Where do I think J. Cole sits? You know, I think I actually like where he's going in this direction because I like KOD. I like the features that he's doing with his record label. I like that he's growing up, and I like that he's getting older, and I like that he's still like a voice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like and I'm biased because I came into the hip hop game late. So I look at all his older stuff as like, that's classic, but I like where he's at now. So I would say I like J. Cole where he's at now. And I would say he's at a 9 for me.
Okay. What would you put this album and J. Cole album, like if you had to rank them?
I still personally like KOD more. And I know that's wild because not a lot of people like KOD, but I just like,
is KOD the number 1 album from him?
I think so.
So
I think so.
So is Off Season 2 then? It's tough. And it's early still.
Yeah.
Because how these age
I think that A Cold World for me is not even in the argument because I don't even think I've listened to that.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard Born Sinner, to be honest.
Born Sinner, I don't remember. That's not good for me.
Yeah.
I vividly remember Cold World.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I like Born Sinners. And that's where, conversely to Born Sinner, For Your Eyes Only has aged so well to me. For some reason, I go back to that one more than any other of his albums. You know, so.
Yeah, I would say KOD, The Off Season, and then Forest Hill Drive and For Your Eyes Only are kind of like tied for me. Yeah. Because I kind of listen to those like linearly. Yeah. I like songs from both of those.
I'll be definitely very interested to see how this album ages. You know, 5 years from now, how often are we going back to it?
I don't think this is going to be like his best, most remembered work.
No.
I think that there's a lot of hype on this right now. And I think that it's going to kind of die off. And I think that he's going to have to come back like harder.
Yeah.
With whether it's more bars or whether it's more storytelling.
Or a way to merge the two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think this was just like a nice little taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. So, I did that way wrong. I'm getting like 58. 9 plus
you good.
9
we got time.
Plus 8 plus 8 plus 7 plus 7 plus 9.
I thought we had 10 categories. We have 8?
Yeah, we have 8.
Okay, cool.
8.25.
Okay. So we're about the same.
Yeah.
Where we and I think that's pretty
good.
Fair.
Yeah.
I don't think it shouldn't be like a 7. I think because 7's very like, because if you think about like school, right?
Yeah.
Season average.
Yeah.
So I think it's an above average album.
100%.
It's not a great, not a great all-time album, but it's above average. It's a good album.
Yeah. I think it's a very cohesive album. I think he did what he said he was going to do. So I think it's honest. I think it's true.
Yeah.
I think the production level was high. I think the mixing mastering on it was high. Sample use was high. It was a really, really solid album.
And him doing these drills too,
And but with this grading scheme, we leave room for growth and opportunity for him. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I know he's old, but I don't think he's done yet.
I don't think
he's done yet.
I'm just interested to see what the fall off is going to be.
Yeah.
That, or It's a Boy,
Right.
Because if It's a Boy comes in, all storytelling, but we like
bars.
Yeah, I mean, that could easily be graded higher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah. I just think it's consistency too, though. Like, I think the reason why this was a good album is because he hasn't put out a bad album yet.
No, he hasn't. That's the thing with him.
That's the craziest thing.
Even Born Sinner probably, I guess if we do grade that his worst album or whatever, it's still like a 7, a 6 or 7. It's still good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're still going to listen to it. There's still, I mean, Power Trip, I still listen to that song. You know what I mean? That's years and years later. So,
100%.
Yeah.
Well, damn. Good job.
Yeah. Good job by you, dude. Nice.
I hope you guys like this.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't, let us know. If you guys did, let us know.
We might have gone a little long, but we got to get through the songs.
Yeah. And I mean, this is just one of those educational things too. This isn't really like a podcast that you're going to listen to hear us banter. Like, this is actual, like, what we're thinking about, how we perceived the music and how we heard it, how it speaks to us, what other people are saying and how they're talking about it.
Yeah.
And then this isn't, again, the same way we are with our conversations. This isn't to, preach to you guys. This is literally just our ideas on it.
Yeah.
So that maybe you can take these ideas with a grain of salt. And then when you listen to the album, if you do listen to the album, which I recommend you do, you can maybe kind of know what to look for. And then maybe you disagree with us on some of the stuff. Maybe this is your favorite album.
Yeah, it's going to be like your favorite J. Cole album. And
you know what I was going to say too that we didn't really talk about is I didn't like the cover art.
I thought it was okay.
It was cool, but I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah, the hoop on fire and then him just standing in front of it.
I think it's sick.
I think it was cool.
Have you seen the live art where it shows the fire moving?
Yeah, I think it was cool, but like not for an album.
Really?
Yeah, I just didn't really like.
KOD's
was like super artistic.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? But I don't really like any of his cover arts. I don't even like the revenge ones.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't know. There's like something about him that I just like.
Oh, I guess it was Revenge of the Dreamers. Can we put that in the scheme of J. Cole albums to rank?
I wouldn't
either.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I really liked what, I guess because I'm more on the artsy fartsy kind of deal. I think that I would have liked something else.
You wanting more?
Yeah. Like with that, it was just kind of like, but again, it kind of goes with the narrative of flexing, he was just standing there. Like, it was cool.
I guess, yeah. But I liked it, but I get what you're saying.
And then I also, what I did
because the EP Lewis Street, I like that album.
That's what I'm saying. I like that. I like that. That was sick. That was super dope. And then what I will say about his track list and the way he presented that, I like that he spaced out everything.
The words, yeah.
It was super, super dope.
A lot of people do the all caps.
All caps.
Right, so I think Damn does that, right?
He did all lower, but he put a space in between each character.
Right.
I thought that was so sick.
It does make it a little difficult when I'm searching something up. When I type up my life, I have to put my space or M space, Y space for it to pop up.
Yeah.
But
he's
I
so
do like
famous
it. It looks
that
good though.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does make it more difficult to do that. Yeah. But I thought like aesthetically it looked nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, y'all. Well, again, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you. Yeah.
Always appreciate it. Hopefully this goes well.
Yeah. Let us know if you guys have albums you want, us to break down. And if we, if we get enough people wanting the same albums,
or if you didn't like this, this layout,
the structure.
Because the other thing that we could even try is doing it per episode, so a song per episode, and have it be like a 15-minute episode, 20-minute episode, and we release a song a day or a week. We could try that. We could do it to where we don't incorporate the songs.
Yeah, if you guys don't like the song in there, or maybe less of the song, that's what I was thinking. Maybe like just so it's a snippet, but you guys aren't sitting here. I mean, because if you guys want to sit here and listen to the songs, we like that too. But if you guys are thinking, hey,
I just thought it would be cool to play some of the song and have it be as if you were here with us.
Yeah.
So that it felt like we were listening and talking about the album together. But I get it. You guys are driving, you're at the gym, whatever. So if it
only got so much a lot of time.
Exactly. So if it feels kind of elongated, like let us know. I really am curious to know how you guys like the layout of this, because we want to keep doing these. So we want to figure out what works best for you guys.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a great week.
Later.
Peace.